Hello, I'm Tristan Brumman. Today I'm going to be interviewing my mom.
Hi, my name is Julian Brumman. I'm Tristan's mom.
Okay. Tell me about yourself.
Well, like I said, my name is Julian Brumman. I'm Tristan's mom. I'm 35. I grew up in Oviedo, Florida, where I've stayed here for the past 35 years.
Where did you grow up? Oh, in Chiliada. What
Grew up
school?
in Chiliota.
What schools did you attend to when you were younger?
When I was really little, I attended Geneva Elementary, which was one of the best elementary schools ever. And after that, I went to Jackson Heights Middle School, home of the Bobcats, another great school. And then after that, when I went to high school, I first went to school at Seminole High School in the International Baccalaureate program, and then transferred back to Oviedo High School and later finished up with my um, classes there.
Do you have any siblings?
Yes, I have one brother. His name's Joseph McAdams. He's a little bit older than me. He's 3.5 years older, and he lives just a couple houses away from us.
How many animals do you have?
Oh, let me think. I've got quite a few animals. I've got two dogs. One dog's named Mackenzie. She's a red pit bull, very pretty. A little chubby, but very pretty. Then we got Drax, who's my favorite. He's a blue-nosed pit bull, super handsome. And then we've got a canary named Tang Tang. And we've got some ducks outside named Walter and Frank and Sheila's. We've got chickens and we've got some fish.
So, what did you focus on while in college?
My main focus in college was just trying to get there and get my 2-year degree while working at the same time. But my main focus was accounting, and it's been a great career path.
Where have you worked, and what was your most favorite job?
When I first started working, it was a long time ago. It was when I was in high school. I worked at the Girl Scout camp out in Chiliota as a counselor for the special needs children. And I did that for about 2 summers, and it was a blast. We didn't make really any money, but the reward was working with the kids, especially the kids that had medical problems and were in wheelchairs and needed the extra help. From there, I worked at TJ Maxx for a while when I was probably about 18. That was fun because shopping was awesome, and I love buying clothes, and I probably spent my whole entire paycheck right back in the store. After that, I started working in the restaurants. That's when my son was little. And I worked at Frogger's for about 5 years. After 5 years, I decided I needed to do something a little bit different. And so I went back to school, got my master's degree in accounting, and I started working at Cargs and Ingram, which is a CPA firm, doing tax, which was no fun. Started doing audit, which I love. And then from there, I transferred from there. I started working at Pinnacle, a property management company, and I handled all the books and accounting for massive organizations. After working there for several years, I felt I needed another change. So now I work for Verizon, which is the best company on earth. I work in their fixed assets, gains and losses. So I process anything that they sell, property, plant, equipment, on like $1 million assets, which has been a lot of fun and a lot of learning, and I've had a great time doing it.
What did you want to grow up to be when you were little?
Oh, when I was little, I did not want to be an accountant. I thought I wanted to be a doctor. I was gung ho about helping people and saving lives and just taking care of people and making them happy. And what kind of pushed me away from that was I took anatomy and physiology in high school. And I saw the blood and the dead cat and the frog and the stuff you had to dissect. And I knew I could never go into that field.
That's so wow. What do you... Oh, okay. So... What is your greatest moment in life so far?
Well, my greatest moment in life, which you probably already know, was giving birth to my son Tristan. Made me so happy, especially when you can look back and you see something, you see yourself and your kid, and it was just the best moment in life. I will always treasure that moment. And then the second best would have to be the journey of raising you throughout all these years and how you've changed. And now you're almost an adult and you're driving, and soon you might not even be here. You'll be off in college having fun, and it's been a great journey.
Mm-hmm. What are the most influential people in your life?
The one that sticks out the most is probably my grandmother. She was definitely around to help out a lot. Both my parents had to work a lot, and then they were separated, so she kind of stepped in to make sure I went to school, had everything I needed. She was definitely a great counselor. You could tell her any problem you had, and she'd help you solve it. And was just a crucial foundational person that made me who I am today. I'm very thankful to have had her in my life.
What's your favorite sports team?
Tampa Bay Rays. I love the Tampa Bay Rays. We haven't got to see them much lately. We used to go every couple of years, but now with the COVID, we definitely can't go anywhere. Definitely enjoy watching them. The field is gorgeous. It's just a great time to go and have fun with your family, and they're an awesome team. Hopefully they can win a championship one of these years. I'm not sure about it, but they might.
What kind of vehicle do you drive?
What kind of vehicle? Okay, I love to talk about my truck. I drive a lifted F-150 XLT V8 5.0 Coyote big green truck. And ever since I was little, I always wanted a big vehicle, like a monster truck. And this is my version of a monster truck. It's loud when you start it up. You can see everything when you're sitting in your seat. It has backup cameras, sunroof, and it's definitely a fun vehicle to drive.
What was the first vehicle you had growing up?
My first vehicle I had growing up was a Ford Taurus. It looked like an undercover cop car. It was super slow. It was super ugly. The only good thing about having a car is because it did look like an undercover cop car, people would literally pull out of my way so I could go past them. So I mean, there's always a bright side to it, but the car was awful. It didn't have AC. I'm very happy to have the vehicle I have now.
Yeah. What was your first animal?
My first animal. We always had a dog growing up. So my first animal that I really remember was our dog Bear Bear, who was a chow mixed with a Pomeranian. Not sure how they managed to do that, but it produced this really cute, small, really fluffy dog. And he's super nice. And he lived for 13 or 14 years, and he was my best buddy growing up.
Where did you grow up?
Julietta. Where do we live now? Julietta.
What is your favorite thing to cook?
My favorite thing to cook. My favorite thing to cook is more Italian dishes, pizza, stuff like that. My favorite food to cook for other people would be anything on the grill or the smoker. So Boston butts, steak, pork chops, stuff like that.
What's your favorite place to eat and why?
My favorite place to eat? Well, there's probably 20 of them, but the short list would be this new Mexican restaurant near University that we've been going to. And the reason I like it is because the food tastes really good and it's not super expensive. It's clean. Their queso dip's awesome. And, you get to get out of the house. But for seafood, it'd have to be Dixie Crossroads. Dixie Crossroads is a little bit of a drive, so we don't go there too often, and it's pretty pricey. But they have awesome shrimp, rock shrimp, lobster, crab legs, you name it. They have the best seafood.
How has the COVID affected your daily life?
The COVID, this is ridiculous. Can't leave the house. I had been working from home since March. Thankfully, I'm very blessed. I still have my job and I'm able to do everything from home because I network everything through my computer. But it's a change of life. You can't go out and see your friends. You can't communicate with your coworkers. And it's especially hard when you take care of people. We take care of my mother who has dementia, and it's very hard explaining to her that she can't go to stores with us, can't go out because of her age and the ability for her to get sick easier than we can. And it's just been an obstacle, and hopefully things will turn around and this will be behind us in the next couple of months. It'll just take some time to tell.
What's your favorite TV show?
TV shows. We watched so many of them lately. I don't know, any type of like Law and Order, criminal based crime drama series. I will watch from. I'll binge watch it. Lately, I have been probably watching a lot more TV, so there's more variety. But that's only due to the COVID and having to stay inside.
What's your favorite movie?
My favorite movie, probably Legends of the Fall. And the reason Legends of the Fall, it's a believe it or not, Brad Pitt played in it, and his name was Tristan, and that's how I named my son Tristan, was after that movie. I thought it was a beautiful movie and great actors, and it's just one of those like drama, tear-jerky movies that I like.
What's your dream vehicle?
My dream vehicle, my truck, just a little bigger. Maybe the F-250, I don't know, a diesel truck, or maybe a really fast car, like a Dodge Charger with a Hellcat engine in it. Something fun and a little aggressive and something that will, be happy to drive.
Who's your favorite band?
My favorite band, Metallica. I love the band. I've been listening to it since I was a little kid, and I think the band members are as old as my mom. But yeah, I like the rock and roll music, and I like Enter Sandman, and just all their songs. They have such a great variety, and they've been around for so many years. It's hard not to like their music.
When was the first time you met my father?
Oh, goodness gracious. That was a long time ago. I was in high school, and I was 16 when I met your father, and we've been together ever since. So it's been great. This year will be our 17th wedding anniversary. So it's been a great guy, and I love him, and we have a great family, and we work well together.
What is your... If you could live anywhere in the world, where would you want to live?
Anywhere in the world, it would definitely be somewhere in Tennessee or North Carolina. We travel up there for family vacations, and it's gorgeous. Between being able to go to the White River rafting and the cabins and the landscape and just the slowness of people there. Here in Florida, we're always rush to get as many things done as possible. But up there, people still take the time to stop, wave, smile, ask you, how's your day going? It's just a very peaceful environment. A lot of things up there that kind of resonate is like, just the hominess, and, there's chickens and horses, and the mountains are just magnificent to look at. And it has by far my favorite place to live. And you get all 4 seasons, so it's not like 6 months of nasty heat and like 2 months of cold. It's just beautiful.
How do you think the world will be affected from the coronavirus?
I think a lot of people, their jobs are going to change. I can see there's probably a lot more people that are going to be working from home permanently. Unfortunately, it's put a lot of people on the unemployment list. So hopefully people will get back to, having a job. Right now, it's kind of scary. You go to the stores and you see the plastic partitions in between, like you and the cashier person, and it's scary. It will take a lot of time to get adjusted to it. Hopefully in the next year they'll find it. I think once they find a cure, I think people will let their guard down and go back to normal. But until they find a cure, people are just going to be on guard and scared and nervous. And, when things like this happen, you start thinking about your own family and you want to protect them and not put them in danger. So a lot of people won't be going out and doing what they normally would be doing, like vacationing.
If you have one piece of advice to tell someone, what would you tell them?
Be happy and have patience. Don't try to force your way into anyone else. Just have patience and listen and be a good person. Treat others how you want to be treated, and just take that as a lesson. And because it's going to be tough as you grow up in life, there's going to be a lot of people who are not going to like, a lot of people that have opinions that you don't agree with, and you just have to learn to respect what they're saying. You don't have to change your attitude, but don't be rude to them and turn to put up a wall. Just take everything they say and learn a lesson from it.
Yep. Well, we're at 15 minutes. That'll be it.